Very good morning, friends. So I hope you're all safe and healthy. As a part of the Did You Know series, I thought now let's start discussing something about India's 103, which deals with business combination. There is a perception, a misconception, a perception, whatever you call it, and people believe that there is a concept called a date of acquisition and what we call a closing date. Well, people believe that they are synonymous. Are they synonymous? Are the two terms totally different? Is there a connect between them? Let's find out. फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग और एसएफएम का एक ज़बरदस्त कॉम्बो वापस आ रहा है, योद्धा रिटर्न्स। इसके अंदर 17 अप्रैल से एसएफएम और 20 अप्रैल से फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग की क्लासेस शुरू हो रही हैं अनअकैडमी पर। मेरा जो फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग बैच है वो होगा मंडे टू सैटरडे मॉर्निंग 6 to 8 और एसएफएम का बैच होगा वीकेंड्स पर सैटरडे और संडे। तो दोनों प्रैक्टिकल सब्जेक्ट्स आप अपने ग्रुप 1 के तैयार कर सकते हैं। इसके लिए आप अनअकैडमी की सब्सक्रिप्शन ले सकते हैं और अपनी तैयारी को मजबूत कर सकते हैं। सब्सक्रिप्शन पर आप 10% डिस्काउंट भी अवेल कर सकते हैं। उसके लिए मेरा कोड इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं CAKB10। तो आइए लेट्स क्रैक इट। Well, at the first instance, let me tell you that let's consider the two terms to be totally different. One is the date of acquisition and one is the closing date. Now, first of all, let's understand what is a closing date. A closing date is the date when the consideration is legally discharged. The assets are acquired, the liabilities are assumed. So that becomes a closing date. Now, as far as a date of acquisition is concerned, it can be equal to the closing date, it can precede the closing date, and it can also be after the closing date. Now, you would say, when does it happen before and after? Well, as far as the date of acquisition is concerned, it could precede a closing date in a situation where by a written agreement, the acquirer and acquiree decide to transfer the control. And it could be later what we sometimes call in a practical life as convenience date. So in simple words, I can say the date of acquisition is the date when you obtain a control, which could precede the closing date and it could also succeed the closing date. But as far as the closing date is concerned, it is the date when the consideration is discharged. So there are three concepts in terms of acquisition date, but of course closing date is one. Isn't that interesting?